feel taller. What's up, guys? So, this has been an ongoing problem this last week. I suspect it's the CPU temp, but we shall see. Going to get more ventilation to the computer, and I raised it up a little bit to get some more oxygen. Alright, 2 beatdowns. Let's see what we got for ping. 66 isn't bad to start with, but let's see what happens. We lost somebody. Brad the Brown. Brad the Brown is gone. He is gone. Alright. 2 games, 2 zeros with black so far. Master level opposition. See how I fare against the 1400. Seems to know the opening. Keep an eye on my ping. I don't have a CPU temp program on this machine. I guess I need one. Never been an issue until now. It's only about a year old. Had never had problems. What's it called? The Archangelsk variation. Nice. Stuttering after losing 2 games. However, that move order may not be accurate for black. It's a good system, but you have to play d6 first. Because here you see you have to abandon your center. And now black's position may be seriously compromised. Is Astrobate here today? Is he off today? How's our ping? 54, it's hanging in there. Alright, it's a tough call between CD and E5. I don't know which one is better, but I know that black misplayed this. Osmir's welcome. Taking donations for a new computer. I hate this machine. I'm sorry. It's just a really weak. Now we're up to 91 now. Network lag between me and lichess. I don't know about that. 87. This is interesting. Black is in an uncomfortable position. Yeah. Abandoned his center, but I did see a guy survive a position like this. Recently, in fact. February. Karenni Memorial, Budapest. I thought black was like about to have the last rites performed on him and survive. Very quickly finding G5. Wow. Literally the only try. So if knight takes G5, H G5, Bishop G5, Bishop D4, and black survives, that's pretty good. So I don't know. I'm a little worried about this, frankly. I don't know if I have enough compensation. He's used 34 seconds for the game. That's solid. And now bishop takes d4. I've sacrificed a piece. Not knight takes d4, bishop takes d4. You have to protect against the threat of e5. Not clear at all if I have sufficient compensation for the sacrificed piece after bishop takes d4. After knight takes d4, you're lost. This is the only way I can win a game, if my opponent makes some kind of catastrophic blunder. lost the first two, and I think this was unsound as well. Again, I made another mistake. Bishop g5 was just bad. If we go back to move 10, I have to play some sort of constructive move here, other than bishop g5, d5, e5, knight c3, something. Anything constructive. Actually, even knight c3, b4 looks dubious for white. Something that protects my e4 pawn. This doesn't look right. He's losing by force. He was on the right track. I thought he knew what he was doing when he played g5. But clearly just getting mated. It's instructive, though, how quickly white might have had a dubious position here, even though I win based on a stupid blunder. Look at this. Let's turn on the engine and see where our ping goes. Ping is going to be up to like 500, 200, 160. If you turn on Stockfish, it starts really draining the processor. With the heat the way it is, it's like 90 degrees in my office. Maybe my fan is a little bit dusty or something. My old machine, we couldn't even turn on Stockfish while I was streaming. It would like crash. Do I have lichess in the title? I don't know, Bob. I don't remember. I don't really like memorize the specs of the computer. It's not. I'm not a spec guy. So it just, you know, turn it on. It works or it doesn't work. Queen h5. Here, guys, bishop g5. I bet this is a serious mistake. So e5 is plus 3.5. It's that powerful. Oof. Just like crushing. His choices include knight g4, knight e4, knight e8, and knight h5. The other possibility I thought, which isn't bad, is d5. Not quite as good, but it's still strong. But this move is just bad. Unbelievable. Very natural. But he instantly plays the right move here. h6, though that's not difficult to find. And most people would think a little bit, but he instantly played the best move with g5. Which I thought was funny. Like, most people would be a little reticent to play g5. Our opponent instantly played it. And now I'm like, okay, I'm going to lose. Even here I could bail out. But I guess this is really going too far. This actually happened in a game in 2012. But I've never heard of these people. I mean, I'm surprised I have enough compensation for the piece here. I don't know what's better. I've been using Mubak for a couple years now. But that's a question for Bob, maybe. You might as well play g5 since you played h6. Right. No, I mean, it's funny. It's the best move because it's necessary. Break the pin. It's the best move because it's the only move. That's the truth. But if you play bishop takes d4, I mean, this happens in like some old games in the Evans Gambit. You know, I'm not sure. I'm down a piece here. Okay, so Stockfish, my overheating computer, is calling it 0.8, and I would have, of course, played knight c3. I'm just not sure if I have enough compensation or not. Anyway, it's interesting. But I certainly didn't play it right. You know, I should play differently there. Alright, so subscribers to the stream. Rad the Brown, Osmir's, Troll in a Roll. Are you still a subscriber? Ludmilla. Osmir's for the new PC. We do need a new PC. Though I'm not like planning on buying one imminently. Been very unhappy with this one. It's a Lenovo. It's a piece of crap. I bought it last year in the United States. It was inexpensive and had reasonable reviews, but it's just too weak, flimsy. I will get another machine probably, at least by the end of the year. So obviously Lenovo is not produced in the United States, but I bought it when I was over there, where I should be in the summer. I just did something to my screen. Why does it look bigger? Now the board's too big. What the heck just happened? How do I make the... What did I do? Does anybody know how I just made the screen bigger? Damn, dude, I messed it all up with the touchscreen. I gotta get it back to normal. Help! Does anybody know how to, like, reset it? The board is too big. I did something with touchscreen. I'm such an idiot today. Wow. The control mouse wheel? I think the mouse wheel? That's just the mouse wheel. It's just about the moves. How do I resize it? Reload it doesn't help. It just stays the same setting. Control middle mouse just moves. Doesn't do anything. Just moves the pieces. Control middle mouse? Oh, you're a genius. Agnes Karajewski with a genius. Is a genius. Wow. Not only donating support to stream, but a tech support wizard. Sorry, Bob. I never use the touchscreen while I'm streaming, but I just like tried to clean something off the screen. Accidentally hit it. Alright, so subscribers to the stream. Sidan. Sidan is a subscriber too, no? No. Alright, Rad the Brown. I mean, it's like Troll on a Roll. The saddest troll. You don't know how many trolls there are? How many subscriptions they have? Bob said it first. See, but that's like the boy who cried wolf. I never trust anything Bob says. I know that's mean, but he has a bad reputation. He's a troublemaker. You know, the teacher never believes Bob. Rad the Brown with G3. That looks familiar. Been a while. Masturbate is in the house. What happened? A little late. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. I got slaughtered by two people with black. It was 2,000 players. Morales was like a secret master. And a sloppy game against... Well, my ping started getting high. Got all sorts of technical problems. How's our ping? It's 103. I've taken drastic measures to improve the ventilation of the computer, so hopefully the CPU doesn't overheat. I had a funny game 2 weeks ago against this player. Well, I mean, the thing that Rad the Brown doesn't do here is like A3. That's the standard plan. I guess he's messing around with different systems. This is not really that common to do knight A3, knight C2. It's probably okay, but not the most common variation. Usually it's like D3, A3, playing for B4. And I never play a5 because it weakens black's position too much, too many pawn moves. But 2 weeks ago I played this game where I played a5, and I've never played a5, and my whole position just like crumbled. Didn't know why. And after the game I realized I had played a5, which I never ever 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 do. So this is an obvious plan to play for d4. Very time consuming. Miss the ambulances here. We haven't had enough lately. Kind of always a disappointment. So it's refreshing. Refreshing to hear a little bit more ambulances for a change. Castling. You'd have to watch the stream for a long time to really appreciate, but developing quickly. Budapest, the city of ambulances. I am not supposed to be here, guys. My computer should not be overheating. I should be in the United States for the summer. But my summer plans have been canceled by coronavirus. So, we're making the best out of it. Dvoretsky. Dvoretsky Mark. The plan here I would use is something that Dvoretsky mentioned. Taking and trying to play bishop g4, force white's hand. We never analyzed the specific position with knight a3, knight c2. There's another setup where white does like bishop e3 instead, trying to support d4, but the plan is the same. Black strikes back against d4 and opens this guy. Yeah, this is basically almost like a transposition. And now it's possible to play d5. Bob, that's true. Probably it's the U.S. ambassador. Yeah, they do. They use police escorts with sirens and all that whenever the prime minister wants to go across town. But mostly these are normal ambulances. I live in a pretty populated area. Heavy traffic. Alright. Here's the plan. We're gonna win a piece with pawn takes e4. We've equalized. Wow. Wow. CD4, CDC. The CDC. CD, bishop takes d4. And then knight f5. Got a lot of pressure on the white center here. I can play knight f5 right away, but white takes on c5. I really don't want him to take on c5. He doesn't get out much. The Italian politicians, they use escorts. It's a good joke. Gotta give him credit. The Italian escorts use politicians too. It works both ways. So h3, wow, that's a forcing move. Lots of choices. Guess you could theoretically take on d4. How about rook e8? How about it? It might be my last chance to grab that bishop. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking here, obviously. I'm thinking that I want a pawn. At least he's human. Those first two opponents just brutalized me right out of the gate. No, it wasn't really like that. I mean, I played... Actually, Autophagus played shaky, but I played worse. But Morales played his usual sort of incredible game that's... You're lucky to draw against him, even if you're 2,700. I just couldn't quite hack it today. Being early in the morning, I didn't have my usual tenacity to hold a draw against Morales. But we're getting through the computer problem. It looks like our CPU is holding. But this is a little early to resign here, Red Brown. Fire alarm going off. This is the only way I beat people. They either like allow a forced mate or they have some fire alarm emergency. It's a little early to resign, but I'll take it. Sit on. I have to wait for the subscribers to play first. Then we'll take your challenge. Sorry. So Osmir also made a small donation today, guys. 100 bits, starting the week off right. That was the worst when I was in college and the dormitory fire alarm used to go off. We lived in like a 15-story dormitory. So it would take like an hour between like the beginning of the fire alarm and by the time you finally like got back in the building, standing out on the street in your pajamas. That sucked. Bob just gifted a tier 1 to sit on. Bunga Bunga parties. That's one of my dying wishes. To go to my first Bunga Bunga party. But I'm going to get Bob started. Yeah, the can of compressed air, old school Uber driver recommendation. But it's a laptop. I'm kind of like reticent to take laptops apart since I'm not that. Bob, you're not attuned to the Berlusconi era. You haven't been following European politics long enough. But I've been here for like 15 years, so... That's old news. Right, Uber driver. My first dormitory. Nothing like a good fire alarm. 3 o'clock in the morning while I'm trying to sleep. Warren Towers. $19.90. This guy I knew got kicked out of the university temporarily for a few years at least for setting off a fire alarm. The funny part was like he took the rap for someone who really did it, and then like that guy was like wanted to go to med school. This other guy took the rap for him. That takes a really big person. Bishop g4. Bishop g4. Wow. On move 5. I think it's got to be h3 early. Or a stupid one. It's true. What's a bunga bunga? We're talking about Berlusconi now. Antoni is going back in time. Previous 10-year-old politics or more. That was ages ago. So we've driven that bishop off to h5. What do we really gain from this at the end of the day? I don't think I want to play g4 quite so early. But we'll keep it in reserve. He could play queen f6. Then we'll do it. Ready to castle. His knight's hanging. We'll keep g4 in reserve. He's got to do something about the knight. Then it gets interesting. Because if he plays d5, then g4 becomes a much more realistic idea, I think. If we have e5 for our knight. Thank you, Bunga Bunga. Like, the guy going into medical school would have, like, had his whole medical career destroyed. The other guy was just, like, the other guy was just studying, like, liberal arts or something. So, he ends up taking the rap, so the other guy doesn't, like, get kicked out of medical school or whatever. Long story. Ancient history. What are we going to do? Bishop g6. Castles. Threatening rook e1. Generally not regarded as a good... Regarded as a good variation. Kind of tricky. I guess play rook e1. Going for the bishop. Black has bishop h4 now. Oof. So I have c4 instead. Use it wisely. Sit on. He's been given a subscribership. Gifted a subscribership. Yeah, it's very strange. Like, usually Bob only gives out subscriptions to trolls. Or people who... people who use computers to play against me. Bob's favorite. Knight f6. What about the e-file here? Nothing. I'm even tempted to play bishop f1, but that would be really weird to play that. Honestly, I don't have a clue how to take advantage of this position. The e-file looks great. What can you do with it? Not really much. Exchanging on g6. We might as well play at some point. You don't have to play it right away. I guess you could just play knight c3. That was like the doctor on my chess team who was 80 years old, Bob. He was drinking Red Bulls. I was like, what? It's like, who knows what's in that stuff? I hope that I'm still 2300 when I'm 80. Dr. Liptai. I've almost dropped down to 2300 as it is. He was 2300 at 80. It's pretty awesome. Alright. That bishop on g6 needs to go. Now it's time. The time is now. So this position has transformed quite a bit. Mr. Coffee, better keep an eye on them. I don't want to be a control freak. Man, this heat sucks. I just want to go back to the ocean. We only have a lake in Hungary. Diagonal of death. Okay, how do we make progress in this position? Seriously. Can you draw a line? Dun dun dun. Like, how can you get there to e6, right? Identify the weak position in the opponent's camp. The weak point. Identify weak point and execute maneuver. It's pretty telegraphic, you know, like knight e2, knight f4. I don't think that's gonna be, you know, too difficult to see that coming. Here, the bishop is a joke, but it's a good defender. I was thinking queen b3, but I think d5 really ought to be played, no? Undoubling my pawns. Maybe he even has b5. d5, b5, bishop e3, b4, winning a pawn. It's unbelievable. If I try to play d5 and undouble my pawns, he'll play b5, followed by b4, possibly like winning a pawn. Could preempt it. Queen b3. Queen b3 and d5. Possible. Just doesn't look right. I don't know. God. I'll just wait. This is actually a cool idea. Bishop e4 Slav style. He misses it. But objectively black should be fine. Maybe like the slightest of disadvantages. At least I can double my pawn. I mean, I'm serious about this. Bishop b4 might be a good move. But I'm just like struggling for time. My rating is down to 2365. I'm not even close to 80. It's terrible. Can I stay over 2200? That'll be my goal at 80 if I live that long. Try to stay above 2200. We didn't have much here. Therefore a3 on the previous move. Kind of standard IQP. Like before bishop e3 maybe. A3. Yeah, that would stop the b5, b4, and bishop b4. Good suggestion, Uber driver. He's accepting my suggestion now? Wow, 2300. No, I've been 2300 for like 2 months now in Rapid. Because I lost 100 points in some disconnection games. And I have no way of gaining the Rapid points back. It takes forever to... It takes forever to farm those points, Jim. Rapid games take forever. It'll take me a couple months to get my points back. But check this out. Like, okay, he dropped a piece and resigned. But seriously, go back a couple moves. I think that white has a clear advantage here. I'm not even sure if knight hg6 is best, but it's probably a good move. I actually thought this was the right move too, to go here. I'll give you an offer you can't refuse. Knight c6 is a good move, because I can't do two things at once. I can't take on c6 and take his bishop out. It would be a tough choice. I like that move better too. How's our ping? With the engine on, it's 123. Alright, but whatever. King h8 is reasonable. So I took this out, and like, how do you exploit this position? You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, there's a hole at e6, but I'm gonna just magically drop my knight there. It'd be pretty obvious what I'm doing. I like Uber Driver's suggestion of a3. This is a really good move. Though truthfully, he has knight d7, knight b6 anyway. d5, knight b6. What do I do? You gotta go into this hopeless position. It's nothing. I don't want to do that, so I don't know. The answer is still not clear. I really don't want this to happen. It's not much of an advantage, actually. Alright, c down, trolling a roll. Wow, we're getting some gifts today to make up for my first 2 losses. People are either getting fire alarms, dropping pieces, letting me mate them. I feel better now. Those first 2 games were really brutal. You know the Bologna system is banned from the stream, right? Guys, tomorrow, Mr. Coffee, do we have a link for the streamer battle? Man, where's my streamer battle? How's the team shaping up? I didn't check it yet. Streamer battle tomorrow. Pawn and Horses Club. If you're a regular of the stream or just you'd like to join our Pawn and Horses Club. You can take part in our streamer battle tomorrow against Merchea, Vita Levente, and others. Alright. Pawn and Horses Club. Open link in new window. I think my computer likes that. See a streamer's mega battle. We have a lot of players, that's good. Fair amount of players. Myself, Wikipoo, Oms, Lemonade Master, Yevgeny, Vishy the player. Morales is way down on the list. So he'll be like... Let's see what Tranquilizer's team... You see, what they do is they wait until the last minute for all those guys to join. It's just like you have no idea what's going to happen until it's too late. Last time it just didn't look that scary, and then all of a sudden there was like 1,260,000 Blitz players in the field. Antonio, you're back. No, the list of players for the streamer battle. Does anybody have a link for that? Actually, I should have. I could probably post it. Let me just post it. I can post the team battle for tomorrow. Here. Yeah, thanks. Jim, thanks for the donation, man. 500 bits. To support the new laptop. I don't think we're going to get a new computer till around the end of the year. But we're putting your donations toward the process. I can hand this down to my kids or something. It's not a bad machine, but it's not really designed for this purpose. Streaming is a little too intensive for this laptop. Chess engines and streaming demanding work. Alright, so C5. Basically, the teams will be like a lot stronger when the tournament starts tomorrow. Schieber-Spieler is going to play for my team. And he's one of the strong young Hungarian talents. So that's a major... That is not my laptop fan. That's a normal fan that you hear masturbate. Pretty funny. But we've also got Wikipoo as a secret weapon. Even though Wikipoo is just like in 2000 FIDE territory, he's really strong at Blitz. So with secret players like Antonio at 2000, our team might have a point. Might score a point. Sudan has used 14 seconds for the game. So, what am I supposed to do now? Knight f6? Takes on c5? Queen a5 is interesting. That's this weird line. Weird type of line. Yeah, let's try it. Well, I could go into the endgame. You could certainly play like dc5, dc5. Well, it would probably only be slightly better. This team rocks. It sounds like a pump from a fish tank. You guys hearing something else? I don't hear that. Just hear a really normal fan there. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Budapest time, 3 p.m. Romanian time, 8 a.m. Eastern Time USA, we'll be taking part in the streamer battle. It's an hour and a half of 3-0 casual. With Merche the Beast, Vita Levente, Diana's Darlings, and others. So, let's improve on last week. I mean, I really ought to invite some title players and stuff, but I can't pay people to play. I mean, there's no prizes or anything. Let's see. Bishop d3. What are we gonna do? You like this. Well, I could castle now. Queen a5. We're gonna finish 7th out of 6 teams. No, I'm just kidding. Just the thought of bullet is tiring. Well, I mean, I don't have anybody on the team who doesn't come to my stream. Even Schieber-Spieler started coming to the stream. So he's not like a fake. A chestnut. Chestnut. A chestnut. I'm working on getting ready for work. What? You have a training offer if anyone's interested. 1870. Okay. USCF. Wanting to play training games on Thursdays and Fridays. We need like a Craigslist for the stream. Bishop g4. Sidan, can you keep the tension anymore here? Are you going to castle queenside? Is that what you've been trying to do? Castling queenside into London with Eric Rosen. Especially effective in under 1600 Scholastic tournaments. Closed queen pawn openings were not designed to castle queenside for white, where you're pushing your c pawn forward. It's dangerous. Earlier I had a game with, what's his name? Autophagist, who castled queenside in a dragon modern sort of position. But I would want to castle kingside in this type of structure with white. You got the pawn structure there, like a Caro-Kann. I mean, there are a lot of similarities with the London and the Caro-Kann, obviously. You can castle on both sides of the board in the Caro-Kann, too. DK guy can't play. He actually, unfortunately, has a job. Isn't it sort of scary? What, are you kidding me? Jim, what? DK guy was falsely accused of sandbagging? Who are you talking about? Morwa? Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't banned. I mean, he got that label of braiding manipulation, which was absurd. Like, because his bullet rating, like, changed 100 points in one day, I guess the automatic, like, robot, like, flagged his account or something, and then no one answered when he tried to appeal it, of course. Just like they don't answer me when I try to complain about... That's the problem with the anarchy system of government. You know, there's nobody there really manning the till when you need to complain that you didn't get your check in the mail. Anarchy has some disadvantages. So when people who are falsely accused on lichess of something, they're seeking a way to, you know, resolve the situation. There's no one to complain to. I mean, I've been asking for 3 weeks for them to fix the simuls. And Lovelass was nice enough to post in one forum that they're working on it, but I think it was sort of to placate me while nothing basically happens. There's just like too much to do here, not enough time and manpower, but a lot of people probably get flagged by some sort of robot. You're telling me that like a bullet rating changing 100 points in a day is a big deal? Like, that's a ridiculous reason to flag someone for rating manipulation. Alright, but whatever, I mean, there's no one there when you need to complain. Who are you gonna call? Or diplomatic with my complaints. Jesus. I don't think I can... It matters, man. I have to find the forum where you discontinue your support of lichess. I can't find that. Where is that forum? It's not just me. I mean, it's a lot of people. They just don't answer. Nobody answers. No system of government here on lichess. Dictatorship of sorts. It works to a certain degree, but vulnerable to corruption, obviously. It's more like an autocracy. We're all sandbaggers. Sudan is back. I would appreciate, you know, they would just like answer people when there's an issue. Alright. What's happening here? We're going to go up a pawn in opposite color bishop position, but it's a little bit double-edged. I guess I could play rook takes d4, but I didn't want to get mated. But maybe rook takes d4 is safer. Because queen d4, queen d4, queen d4, rook d4, actually, he's got bishop e7, which is quite annoying. I mean, objectively, it's probably winning for me. With 80,000 people online, I understand, you know, it's difficult to maintain the site, but why is this move better than rook takes d4 anyway? Yes. Lift your ban? No, it's like other people. Yeah, and fairly banned? Wait, what are you guys talking about? Jim got banned? Rook d2? He found this move? Wow. Now this is the time for my ping to really kick in. You're banned from talking. Oh, okay. Chat banned. Whatever, man. It's ridiculous. It's kind of an autocracy now. There will be problems for lichess. There's advantages, but there's also disadvantages, obviously. Sudan playing pretty well. He's got the endgame technique going on. Psycho. Psychic. Bob must have inspired him with that gift sub. Bob has that effect on people. What's his rating? 1600. He had a draw and missed it. Maybe he's a friend. I wouldn't really care about, you know, well, I understand your anger over the chat ban. The chat ban should be temporary, not permanent, obviously. Alright. That's a good game. White had a draw near the end. What do you have to do? You have to pay money to get rid of the chat ban? You have to bribe someone? How does it work, Jim? That would be a normal system. I mean, I live in Eastern Europe. You can buy anything. It's an anarchy. He was probably complaining about the site or something. Complaining is not allowed. Jim wouldn't use racial insults. He was just straight up complaining. Probably. None of that allowed. In a dictatorship. I wish I could help out, but I can't ask. Can't ask because I'm chat banned too. I've kind of given up even posting in the forums now. That's my last post about the simuls. I'm just not even going to try anymore. I could start doing like simuls on Internet Chess Club or something. Maybe that's my next. What's that Uber driver? What does this have to do with plexiglass poker? They should use plexiglass chess tournaments. And that queen is coming in the game with queen a6 here. Big problem. I guess I should consider copycatting. People who ask to be a mod will not get it. Well, I guess there's a lot of good that can come of that, Mr. Coffee. But it shouldn't be based on whether you ask to be a mod or not. It should be based on if you're like a forum chat troll or not. Some of those guys that answer all the chats in the forum, the worst are like the national masters, the so-called national masters. Phew. Those guys who answer every chat forum post. Horrible. I hope they're not mods. Can I castle kingside yet? How about bishop d4? Is that a stupid move? Yes. I wish there was a way you could like ban people from seeing what they post in the forums. I just don't want to see it, you know. They like insult everyone. There's a couple of masters who are like dissy and mean to like everyone who posts anything in the lichess forums. I just want to smack them, you know. I mean, I hate chat forums in general. But why does somebody like shut that down? They're just like rude and mean to everybody. And no one does anything about it. The beginners like come to the site and ask a question, and these guys are like making fun of them and stuff. Well, you don't need to state their names. I mean, pretty much go to the lichess forums and see, you know, for yourself. It's pretty obvious who the people are. It's just like hopeless. People with no lives. But I also think like the NM title or whatever is handed out a little too graciously here. I see a lot of people who are like USCF 2100 who claim to be like NMs. I'm sorry, but like, you know, you have to be national master. You have to be like 2200 to be a national master. If you're like 2153, like you're not a national master anymore. Hate to break it to you. It's not like a FIDE lifetime title. That's a nice square. All right. I've got about 30 minutes left. But I just think that people should be nice to the new players who come to the forums, you know, not like instantly sarcastic and rude with everyone. DM, whatever that is. I thought it was LM. Wasn't DM a thing from ICC? Is that? That was the ICC version of LM, which is like a made-up arbitrary title because you're special. An arbitrary title we're going to give you even though you're not a real master. So you can sound important in the forums. Alright, troll. This is painful for me. This position. It's like playing DK Guy yesterday. Can you get any more closed than this? Chess wrestling. It was funny, there was this guy I played the other day. Maybe I didn't play him, but I saw an account called Chess Boxing or something. Chess Boxer. But I was thinking chess boxers would be like good at tactics, you know? Chess wrestlers would be good at sort of closed positions. Yeah, chess 960 is gross. I'm only doing this to humor Troll in a roll. I really can't bear to play chess 960. There's something demented about it. It just doesn't really work right. Every single game is this awful morass of locked positions and boredom. E3 with idea of G4. Troll likes closed positions. He's not really into calculating tactics. So, just want to thank you guys for the support. Jim 500 bits, Asmir with 100. Please subscribe to the stream and come by for our team battle tomorrow. I guess when I'm done ranting, maybe we'll raid Marichea in about half an hour from now. He came by with a raid yesterday, which was cool. Chess 960 devalues fianchettos. I never thought about that before, Uber Driver. Yeah, this bishop is a good defender. Part of the pawn chain. It's a special pawn. Man. Yeah, this position just gives me a headache. Not tonight, honey. I have a headache. How am I going to protect that? I'm going to have to take on f5. It's a lot like my game with DK Guy yesterday. I guess I could play g5. Oof. I should have prepared this better by playing... I should have prepared it by playing rook g1 first. And I could support it. Now I have to... I don't think he should take there. Now I can play bishop h3. That was a huge mistake by Troll. Why give away that strong pawn on f5? You can just come back and then put pressure on g4. You're making a very serious mistake there. From a positional standpoint. Look at that island with Tetris. I like how you can check someone's ratings right from the lichess forums. How's that? Check on the status of their DM title. H5, wow. Maybe I should take it. That's a spicy move. Troll, you could consider rook h8. I mean, I really was afraid of rook h8. This dropping a piece for you looks kind of dubious. Maybe it's a trap. My bishop is trapped. Premature resignation. I guess I could just protect it with 95. Troll, what about rook h8 here? Hover and reveal. How bad is rook h8, man? You got game there after rook h8. I thought that was your whole point. But you shouldn't give up your f5 pawn. Look at this after f5. I mean g4 by me. See? The engine agrees. No, now it's going with Troll. I don't agree with you or the engine. Damn it. Yep, now it changed its mind back to knight f6. I agree. You gotta keep the f5 pawn. Took it a while to reach my level of understanding. Alright. Tactics, the engine rules, obviously. But in positional play, I'm not so sure. Yevgeny Viktorovich, Yuval, and Valorant. Well, we have time for at least 2 more games. Yeah, I don't know. I'm toying about not doing the Thursday arena. Last time was just too depressing. I might take a week off from that. We'll just do game analysis this week. Troll, you're supposed to get the challenge in early. Do one more? You really like the arena? I didn't enjoy the last one. Yevgeny. Well, I mean, the thing that makes me upset about that All-Star Arena is that everyone is ridiculously underrated. Every week I play, I'm going to lose, like, more rating points. Now I'm, like, 2390. It's really stupid. The entire field is underrated. Because most of them, a lot of them don't even play on lichess hardly at all. So they don't really have accurate ratings to begin with. Most of the people in that field. It's unusual to see castles here. Yeah, it's true. I just wish it was at a different time when I wasn't so tired. I just can't perform well in maybe we're playing Bareyev's brother. Yevgeny Bareyev. But he would be playing white here. Yevgeny Bareyev from Canada. One of the greatest classical Nimzo players in the world. Well, he's sort of retired now. Did still play for the Canadian Olympic team. Castle's queenside. Not something I would normally do, but in this variation, it's probably, like, reasonable. Apple Glass. A chess app. That's great. That's perfect. Did you send a link to Igor's Rousis? Acerbate? All we need is, like, making it easier for people to, like, cheat in OTB tournaments. G4. It's weird to play rook G1 here. Black play knight H5. Excuse me, G5 and knight H5. G4 is interesting. G4, G5, bishop G3. And then try to go for it. Then it's time to start tournament play for Acerbate with Apple Glasses. Alright guys, so join me for the team battle, streamer battle tomorrow. We'll have a double stream on Tuesday, 2 to 3:30. And in the evening, our regular Panda Rapid tournament at 6:30 CEST. We know you would never cheat, Acerbate. That's a luxury item too. I wouldn't support Apple buying their glasses. A millionaire's toy. Surely. I was cautioning Sudan earlier not to castle queenside in the closed queen pawn games. I mean, that's true of all queen pawn games, but some of the sharpest positions in the Queen's Gambit declined, and this kind of classical Nimzo. It is possible to castle queenside. It's also extremely dangerous. Anytime I feel like I'm playing like this, I'm basically playing unsound chess. BC, no, Morales, we went to BU, not BC, but BC, Why don't I like queen takes c3 here? I guess the e4 square? Man, I really ought to play g5. Why would I not play g5 first? I'm concerned about the e4 square. Knight takes g5 is even interesting. Yikes. Much more dynamic take with the pawn. Well, we're like all in anyway. I mean, we're playing castles queenside in the Nimzo. I don't think we should worry about niceties like pawn structure. We're playing like a caveman. Anyway. Lichess would crush me. I tried to do like what I did in Castle against him this winter when I came back in November. I had a game in the Nimzo with white. It was horrible. I lost like 20 moves with white. Trying to play without castling. Like an idiot. This is not a safe style of play for white. But black's setup's kind of a passive one. His move there is... Well, he played... Actually, I didn't mention this. This is my move. I don't think I was the first one to play it, but... I didn't even realize. He played this. I played that 3 years ago. How do we finish him off here? Knight h7. We need more power. Power to the white position. It's getting awfully close to a Donald Trump retweet. You're threatening queen a3 check. We're beginning to see downsides to this BC recapture. Queen a3 check. If it opens up, I'm going to be embarrassed by not only my Trump retweets, but the position of my king here. Queen a3 check is a serious problem, so knight h7 or anything like that doesn't work. Very principled play by Yevgeny. Damn. Act fast. Yeah, this doesn't look great. Caveman is always right. We need to land like the crushing blow here quickly before black starts to get a lot of play. How about like rook d3, huh? This is a great idea. Surprising move. Bishop takes. It looks wrong. For Morales, this wouldn't be worrisome at all. Oh no. What am I even doing here? I remember when you castled queenside in that Urusov Gambit is what I remember. Yevgeny is a very steady player, but he sort of got overwhelmed here with the primitive tactics. I'm sure that I was really kind of full of it here. Didn't like bishop takes d5. It's interesting. The engine, though, the engine thinks I'm okay. It's not that bad. King b2 did not occur to me. I thought you could play with e takes. Is there something wrong with that? I was even looking at stuff like rook d3 to try to swing over. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. Alright. Unsound chess. I got time for one more game. Valorant. Valorant is 67. Not really 100 games, but I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide. You better not play like a master. Guys, tomorrow, team battle. Don't forget. Very hot here in Budapest. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the 3-0. So this is a mistake for white against the O'Kelly. A6. D4 is a mistake against A6. The best moves for white are C4 and C3. Black instantly gets a good position now. Team battle under 2,000. Attendance optional. I gotta go down and buy some drinks. Thirsty. So, D5. Yevgeny Edward. Yevgeny Bareyev. Lead master has not been on the stream in a long time. Well, he hasn't ever really been on the stream, just in spirit. He watches the stream sometimes. He prefers to play anonymously. Unrated games on lichess. My friend Joe. Retired chess player. Man, I hope we get some rain here soon. The humidity is just brutal. Thanks everybody for watching, taking part. Join me for the arena battle tomorrow. I'm gonna raid Mertseya. 14, 15 years here in Eastern Europe. I still can't pronounce anyone's names properly. Romanian, I don't know. Hungarian, I'm getting pretty good at. I've been to Romania like many times, but not recently. Cookie monsters. You better not switch teams just because you like their name better. Knight G3. Yep, I have one of my students had a game just like this. It's funny. And his opponent played Knight E2 here. I was saying that maybe Knight B1 is better, so the knights don't interfere with each other. Of course, this is horrible for white. But Knight F5 is a big mistake. Your options are Knight F3 and Knight B3 and Knight E2. I think the lichess, like the opening explorer, And the engine might have both liked knight e2. Now these knights are redundant. So you bought us. Had a game just like this. Damn, that's a lot of weakness right there. I'm not sure this really works. G4 may be a little premature. A little premature, perhaps. So, knight g4, h3. I think I should have just played a developing move. Knight c6. I need to just keep bringing pieces out. This move is too early. The camel... No, he's not camel master. He's spectacular camel. There is another camel. Camel culture hasn't been around in forever. An Asterbait-esque move. Yeah, this is too early. It's bad. Too impulsive. I'm not developing my pieces. This is a mistake. I should just keep bringing forces out. It's still early in the opening. You can't win by force of sheer will. You have to adhere to principles, Asterbait. Do as I say, not as I do. This is a bad... I'm a very bad influence on him, making moves like this. I don't know, maybe there's a trick like h3, bishop a4 check or something. Queen a5 check. Just, no. Rook g1 is a really bad blunder. I'm not even sure what he's trying to do with that move. Selfmate. Helpmate. There is no helpmate, though. You can win the exchange. He actually has a pretty good center after that. It's funny. Played rook g1. I mean, I don't know whether I want to take a free pawn or speculatively win an exchange while handing the opponent the initiative. He might get a reasonable amount of compensation for this. You know? Not really at all clear. The Asterbait cheapo. Bishop f2 check, king d2. Queen a5 doesn't work. Queen a5, knight c3. Queen a5, knight c3 wins a lot of stuff, actually. But there's queen d2. He's got queen d2. Oof. Maybe this is a good move. Queen a5 is always bad, guys. Always bad. I can win a whole rook on knight c3. Bishop d2 is mate, and queen d2 loses his queen for a couple pieces. That's probably his best option. Yep. That's the best option. You get 2 pieces for the queen. 2 pieces and a pawn for the queen, to be exact. So there's some sort of mate here. I don't see a mate. Acer? No mates. 2 pieces and a pawn for a queen. That's not quite enough. But he also has problems with his king. Check e1. Check e1. Doesn't do anything. But might not hurt. It does do something. Oh no. Oh no. Always check, it might be mate. So I actually have this. Winning further material. Because he's pinned to the A1 rook. I didn't even see it. Pinned here. Convolution. There's some convolution. The way pieces are. Not well coordinated. Neither is my queen. Queen is about to leave. It's about to leave the world as we know it. Trapping my queen. Sneaky. That is truly evil. My queen is trapped. Wow. Queen is just trapped. Are you serious? He has 2 pieces for a queen, and he trapped my queen. Jeez. Okay, I have knight b4 check, and bishop e6 check. What is that? Knight c6, bishop e2, knight b4 check, king b3, bishop e6 check, king a3. Knight c2 check. Does this actually work? I told him he better not play like a master. Wait, he's 1900 in classical. Check that out. 1990 in classical. Of course. Anyway, this is entertaining if nothing else. Immediately. This isn't gonna cut it. You gotta give him credit. You gotta give him credit for creativity. My queen isn't actually trapped, right? So should have gone to a different square. Lost on time. What's the final word? I'm winning. With a critical position here, almost works. Apparently I can take here. I thought this was bad. But I still have enough material after pawn takes knight. He has a little problem. Alright, anyway. That would have been simple enough. But, you know, when I play knight g4 in the opening, this is a serious mistake. Do not do this. Look at the difference here of the developing move knight c6, which is +3, almost. +2 point something, and knight g4, which moves the same piece second time. After h3, I've essentially lost my whole advantage, Acerbate. Not to single you out, but I'm singling you out, because you have a tendency to do stuff like this. And this is a perfect example of losing your advantage because you you're moving the same piece a second time, getting tempted to do this sort of playing for this sort of cheapo style thing. I'm a master. I'm still guilty of doing it, but it's a very easy problem to fix. You know, focus on development. This is just enduring advantage for black after knight c6. I mean, I knew as soon as I played it, I was regressing to my carnal early style, fishing in chess. Anyway, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching and subscribing and supporting the stream. Tomorrow, definitely check out the streamer battle. We're gonna friendly raid for Marchea's stream, who will be battling against tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Let's do the raid. I'll see you all later.